Hello, Blake Mackey here for another episode of Corporate Liberation. Today is October 12th, 2020. Today, I just wanted to touch base with everyone and give a little pep talk on corporate America and the state of things in your office, in your education, in your institution, in your college. Things may never be the same. There are different districts rushing to get students back in school. There are different organizations attempting to get things back to normal, get you back in your cube, in your office. However, there is no vaccine yet, but they still want you to sign up, show up. Some people are dying to show back up and get back to status quo. Get back to the order of operations and control and privilege and success and regress and trouble and pain that goes on in your office. The door gets shut. People get axed. I'm wondering if the same sick culture reigns supreme in your organization still. How can a manager, a boss, a owner, a supervisor, an HR director put in and implement biased, subtle, blinding, blanketing policy that isn't just in today's environment? Are these people still the catalyst for this culture that keeps it moving and not changing? Injustice continues because of the people who have the power to say something and do something. The silence of them continues the same cycle that has been prevalent in America since the beginning of this country. Now, with COVID, it's challenging. It's a change. Everyone wants to get back to normal. But how can one be a discriminatory person over an institution and call shots that are unjust toward different groups of your organization that cause the culture to stay unequal, less diverse? When COVID affects everyone, can you still be evil in COVID? I think it has awakened everyone so slightly. to understand that you don't call the shots. You can rush back to your office, yes. You can force your employees to pack the floor room. You can force them to attend the workspace. You can force things to be normal and go back to as status quo would like before COVID. But you're putting everyone at harm. COVID is now airborne, according to the CDC. COVID is a mystery. You don't want to have blood on your hands as the owner, as the boss of your corporation. Just to get things back to status quo. Therefore, you need to be very careful, and you need to protect your employees the right way without biased leadership, without hateful, discriminatory practices that fire the minorities in your corporation. Game changer, Bob. We don't have to sit in an unhealthy work environment and watch undeserving employees be promoted and watch your work, your contributions, your ideas be adopted, used, and you never get credit for. You now, when your happy life, Mary had a little lamb, Mary, everybody's happy, now have to come face to face with the injustice and the inequality that has been prevalent in your success. You just think this is the way things were. Everyone's happy. I deserve my teaching job. I have seen the infrastructure, the belief systems, the credibility of corporate environments just wither over the last X amount of years. It's become so hypocritical that people stop wanting to do the jobs. The millennials, the Gen Xers, the younger generations started to refuse to do these jobs. They walk out. They see the culture of bullshit and inequality and unfair dealing and control and power and, oh, you mean I have to do this for 40 hours a week? Sometimes 50? And deal with you? And deal with this corporate structure of bullshit and hate and discrimination, subtle, nonverbal, you're not welcome cues? No way. They are out. The system was changing before COVID. COVID has now forced status quo to make a real change. Do things differently. Protect your employees, not the opposite. It was hypocritical the way we went way we carried on in corporate environments. The cultures didn't change despite who was president. If Obama was president, good. We're going to prove we hate Obama by keeping our status quo and our corporations operating in a way that doesn't create diversity and equality and equity and inclusion. We're going to do the opposite. Our culture is that. We are hiring the people like us. You are still an outsider looking in. Is how corporate America operated. Now, the purpose of this video is always to help you understand your situation better and offer hope outside of it. Now, what I can say is these corporations aren't ever going to do anything for you and to help you. So, with that being said, I have to say, we have to look forward to doing for self. These videos aren't for the privileged. These videos aren't for the job hoppers that always are employed. These videos are for the people that are unwelcome, the ones that are uninvited, the ones that need money and employment. They know who you are. You would not be applying for the job if you didn't need the money. When you get the job, they know you need it more than anyone else. It's written on your face during the interview. It's written in your responses. Why are you good? Why would you be a good person for this job? Well, sir, I'm going to be on time. I'm a team player. I'm motivated. I'll represent the company in a professional manner. Well, answer the question. I need money. I have a college degree, massive tons of debt. I just want a job where people leave me the hell alone and I get paid to do my job. You can't say that. You got the tap dance and pretend, smile. Don't let them know how real you are. Then when they hire you, they soon learn, and then they soon start to see that you cannot be mastered and you cannot be manipulated. You cannot be controlled. So what do? They slam the door on your toes, face, elbow, and weed you out, push you out. Do things that make you want to cry and go home. Write you up for being 5 minutes late. Oh, you got written up 3 times. Guess what that means? We can fire you. Oh, we don't owe you anything. You don't even get unemployment insurance. We wrote you up legally. They're cutthroat in corporate. Now, in a system so corrupt, so unequal, under a roof and environment that's so blinding, that's burning a fire that just consumes hopes and dreams of employees, black, white, Chinese, you name it. They're all victims. We are all victims of the same messed up environment. We're all stressed. Look at our faces. Look at the industry you're in. Look at the faces of the elders in the industry you're in. It tells a story. It tells a story of hate. Look in their eyes. tells a story of injustice. Look at their skin. It tells a story of pain. Some tell the story of happiness, if you're lucky. But if you stick around long enough, that happiness will become pain, given the situation. So yes, I just wanted to speak on the change that's happening. As young people, you will graduate and you'll go and look for a job. As older people, we have this job and we respect it. Dare to speak against your organization and stand up for a right, a cause, a social change. Dare to speak on Black rights and love and say Black Lives Matter. Dare to say that in your place of employment. If you want. But my point is, you'll be moved out. You will create a radar on your back. So most of us, we hide our intelligence, we hide our true values and opinions, and we hide our recommendations that could actually make change, because status quo refuses to want to change. They'll never put in a system that creates equality. They want to have control over you, your life. 40 hours a week, we need you here. They want to continue the corporate, subtle, nonverbal, discriminatory practices where you're stereotyped. Oh, you're just a drug user, your type, your kind. But those people with those blinded attitudes are now facing reality. COVID-19. You're not allowed to go breathe your nasty germs on someone. You're not allowed to now walk by and say your little snooty remarks, pretend like you're greater than, because look, no one knows what's next, who's getting fired. Everybody wants something. Everybody needs something. The youth need jobs. At this moment, the future cannot be the same as the past. Things have to change, and that's a wake-up call for a lot of privileged people. Oh, Becky Sue went to USC. She graduated with honors. She works for ESPN. You're a what for ESPN? Oh, I'm a content sports media analyst for ESPN, and I went to Harvard, and I'm doing great. Guess what? You get chopped too now. The system has changed. Industries have been upended. There has been a shakeup. And this is just the beginning. Now it's time to adapt. Now it's time to do what you came here to do. And that is live free. Live free and do for self. Now is the best time to open your business. Now is the best time to purchase a home, grow your own food, buy your own land. Now is the best time to be able to live off of the land independently, because plagues are running amok. Plagues are real. Some people want to pretend that COVID doesn't exist. The whole world is shut down. Look around. Do you think the greedy, the status quo wants to see their bottom line ended? That should be enough proof. Times have changed. It's time to do right in corporate offices. If you get laid off during this time, don't freak out. This is a great chance for you to be free. Some of us have never understood what it'd be like without a job. Getting fired is going to be tough for a lot of people in America. But I promise you this: if you start learning to do for self, and without a job's credibility, you'll be okay. You'll learn to adapt. But I'm going to wrap up now. Everybody, keep up the great work. Change is coming. You may need to swim on your own, but don't worry. God got you. He's got a nice life vest for you. Break away. Be independent. Be free. Do for self. Corporate will never do for you. And before I go, just wanted to remind you, check out the new book. Click the link below. You are welcome. Mindsets for Longevity in Corporate America. Anyone with a job dealing with status quo needs to read this book. It'll give you the power, the strength every day to keep going, to not quit. It's a long road, but quitting won't make it quicker. Quitting won't make it shorter. Check out the photography, fine art photography link below. Interior decoration, photos meant to inspire. Check out the real estate link for Mackey. Anyone looking to own and invest in their future, definitely reach out. Mackey, Corporate Liberation. Thank you for listening.